Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. In this verse of Atthavakra Gita, Raja Janaka tells Atthavakra, as I am aware of the fluctuations of pleasure, I have become totally indifferent to good and evil. Thus, abiding in the self, I live in happiness, bliss, peace, and eternity. This is something that we living entities should learn from Raja Janaka. The pair of opposites that plague a living entity identifying himself or herself with this material body and mind complex are pleasure and pain, goodness and evil, love and hate, happiness and distress, conjugal love and platonic love, etc. These are pairs of opposites that keep a living entity confused and in turmoil, birth after birth, death after death. Raja Janaka says, I am indifferent to good and evil. In that case, Raja Janaka is also indifferent to another pair of opposites, namely divine nature and demonic nature. Now we will come to all these pairs of opposites turn by turn. There is only love. This love is only one and it is pure. However, it depends on the person who is exhibiting it to somebody and to that somebody's actual identity that differentiates love from conjugal love and platonic love. A mother's or a woman's love for her siblings, parents, brothers, sisters, children, etc. is pure and platonic, whereas when the same love is towards a boyfriend or a lover, it turns into lust. Just like milk is pure, but when something sour falls on it or a piece of curd gets into it, it turns into curd itself. Milk is sweet, curd is sour. Similarly, happiness and distress. Your happiness may be my distress. You are happy about something which has created trouble for me. You passed in some exam and I failed. Both were in the same exam, but the results were different. So this is pair of opposites. Pleasure and pain. Your pleasure can be my pain. My pleasure can be someone else's pain. When somebody hits another person with a stick, the person who is hitting finds great pleasure in making the other man writhe with pain, but the other person is in pain and he suffers that. Similarly, good and evil. Every policeman and society thinks that criminals are evil. However, criminals think that the policemen are evil. This is another pair of opposites. Love and hate. You will appreciate that there will be someone here who actually loves you, someone here who is indifferent to you, and someone here who may actually, for whatever reason it is, hate you. Hatred for class, creed, race, color, etc. is meaningless, but it exists. Lord Krishna has said, or Lord Vishnu had declared, either be a demon for 3 births and get killed by Mimi in every birth, and you will come back to me. Or you live luxurious life as a divine person, live for 7 births and come back to me. In either case, both are going back to God. Then what is the difference? The only difference is, whereas God allows those who are demonic to stew in their own juice, the divine people are taken as servants of God and taken with Him to assignments, or sent by Him to assignments for the sake of God. That is the difference. However, Raja Janaka, who is abiding in the self, says, I am indifferent to all these pairs of opposites and the fluctuations in pleasure, pain, happiness, distress, etc. They are temporary. What is pleasure for one is pain for another. You cannot say that everyone is happy or everyone is distressed. It is not so. The world does not operate that way. Yes, a large section may be happy, a small section may be in distress. But at the same time, the opposite can also happen. A large section is in distress, but a small section is very happy. A large section may fail and a small section may succeed. These are pairs of opposites. As a living entity who is abiding in the self, one should remember this and be indifferent to this material world and these pairs of opposites. That is the only way to self-realization, liberation, deliverance, understanding our true identity as Brahman, attain nirvikalpa samadhi, that is thinking about God all the time and then ultimately going back to Godhead. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular verse. If you think that I am talking sense, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my past and future videos. Please pardon me for my error, mistake or blunder in spelling, grammar, diction, appearance, etc. because when I am talking to you on serious spiritual and material matters, I tend to ignore these things. Please feel free to share your opinions, ideas, doubts, theories, etc. with me so that we can brainstorm together and come up with new ideas which are not only beneficial to you and me but also to the future generation. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.